Let's talk about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I meant to make this video a lot sooner, but I've been so busy using the thing, I'm just not getting around to it. And now since the tariffs have hit, it's a little bit less accessible. Sorry.
Dang, is that you?
When the original Osmo Pocket was introduced, I thought it looked stupid, and that was enough for me to dismiss it. I wasn't interested at all, and I never gave it a second thought. Same goes for the Osmo Pocket 2 and the Osmo Plus 4K. Now the Osmo Pocket 3 doesn't look that much different, so why the sudden change? So I had two camera setups that I would normally use, a small setup and a larger setup. The camera for the smaller setup was the original M50, and it cropped in at 4K and I was losing quality, so that's one issue. Another issue is if I'm using a small setup, I want to keep it small, and if I want to stabilize video, now I got to add a gimbal into the mix. It's no longer a small setup. I don't want to be dragging gear every time I want to take a nice video. The camera for my larger setup is an A7R III, and that's the camera that I use for my photography and my paid gigs and my filmmaking. But right now, we're not talking about filmmaking. We're not talking about photography, and we're not talking about paid work. We're talking about personal videos, documentation, behind the scenes content. And the Osmo Pocket 3 is almost perfect for all of that. I say almost because as a rule, no piece of gear can be perfect, but we're close, so close. And as a disclaimer, I feel like I gotta say, this is not a full review, this is not a technical review, this is just me using the Osmo Pocket 3, why I like it and how I use it. So that being said, let's get into it. So I'm headed into Fort Worth to help Nice Major with his music video. He wanted me to fly a drone for him. I don't know how professional this drone work needs to be. Hopefully not too professional. I haven't flown my drone in a minute. I'm gonna do my part to make it a good video as much as I can. Nice is actually one of the people who's supposed to be helping me with my short film, my last installment of the 19 series, Absolution. This is absolutely gonna be the last one. I shot like 2 scenes for it. I have been procrastinating something serious on this film just because in my mind, this is a big deal, and I got what they call analysis paralysis. So I had a good idea about what I wanted to do, and then I thought about it more and more, and I wrote more and more, and I just kept changing my mind. I kept coming up with things to add into it, and now I've put so much into it mentally that I think I'm staring at a mountain, and it's gonna be a lot for me to climb that mountain. It's a lot that's gonna go into it. And I think I kind of psyched myself out of working on it right now. So I'm actually doing this just as a breather to get, and also to kind of get my feet wet again, back into, filming something and, low key directing. Hopefully after this, I'll be a little bit more comfortable putting something together, because it sounds like he has something put together down here, and I'm hoping that by doing this I can light the fire within myself to get this done. My plan now is to finally get this thing shot this summer, and there's a lot more that's going to go into it than went into the other 3 films. And that's another thing, I'm trying to build on top of what I already done. So if I did something in part 1, 2, or 3, I want to make it better for part 4. I feel like it's about time I go ahead and get cracking on it, because, if I don't, I just keep thinking about it and it'll never get done. But I'm taking this opportunity to talk about the Osmo Pocket 3, and, what better way to talk about the Osmo Pocket 3 than actually use it in the way it was meant to be used when I bought it. So I'm going to film all of this and see if we can put something nice together. And I can talk about the Osmo Pocket 3 while I'm doing this without it being another cheesy overview type of video. So I can actually show you what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. I had this mic strapped to the seatbelt, and I took the seatbelt off. So I don't know when it stopped recording or when I took the seatbelt off. But I'm here on set. I'm at the shop, at the location, at the shop. About to go in here, see what they got going, and hopefully we can come out with something beautiful. Let's make some movie magic. What's happening?
How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Man, can't complain. What up with it, bro?
All right.
Yes, sir. He can hear. What up with it, boy?
Hey! Hey, what's up, man?
What's happening, bro?
Yo, how is that? That's
Oh,
the
it's-
DJI. I'm about to get that mug.
Bro, this is amazing, bro. You double click somebody, and that bitch just follow you wherever you go. So like, a lot of the shit I needed help for before, that's done with.
Right.
I haven't tested it to see how far it can go, but just in the rooms where I've been in, little outside stuff, 'cause I did some microphone reviews, like moving around, nope, it ain't got no issues.
Real.
Hey, Don, welcome aboard. I can guarantee you'll enjoy the ride, especially if you like your soul ice cold, because none other than the Iceman himself is going to be looking you right dead in your eyes after this very important message.
Some flybys right here,
Okay.
sitting in the air. You know what I'm saying? While
Yeah.
the other director doing his thing, while you're doing your thing as well.
Yeah.
These are the directors, bro. They'll let you know.
Something for your ride. Aye. Fresh out that gas station. Gotta hit the food truck before I hit my destination. Just to say what's up. Keep it cool. Parlay.
15-minute high, point 3, dropping on a video shoot for your ride, featuring Tum Tum. Peace signs up when you see me.
This bag that comes with the Creator Combo, this bag sucks. Once you take all the stuff out of it the first time, it's empty because I don't use it. Once you take the stuff out of it the first time, it's almost impossible to get it back in with the actual Osmo Pocket 3 itself. And here's a second con. The reason it's hard to get everything back in there is this big clunky case. So this is nice to protect it. But if you are doing run and gun stuff like I like to do, it goes in the case, and then once you take it out the case, then you just got this big hard chunk of plastic in your pocket. Number 3, there is no quarter 20 connection on the bottom of the Osmo Pocket 3 itself. You have to attach the adapter or the battery grip. If you're getting the Osmo Pocket 3, I would assume that you want the smallest package possible. I would assume you're looking for a compact camera setup, as compact as possible. I mean, it's still pretty small. But when you start adding pieces to it, that compact form factor kind of goes out the window. And the last thing is, the Osmo Pocket 3 shoots in 4K, but once you shoot vertical, you flip the screen and shoot vertical, it only goes up to 3K. Now, I'm sure that makes sense somewhere to somebody who made this thing, but I don't think it makes sense. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. So here, if he pulled this way, and you pull the same way, but on the other side, you get what I'm saying? I'm gonna get him right, then I'm gonna get you right. Like that, but you're gonna be facing the other direction.
Okay. So go like that?
Yeah.
Cause this is something for your ride.
Hey, Don, welcome aboard. I can guarantee you'll enjoy the ride.
Hey, this sound
especially
hard,
if you like
huh?
your soul ice cold, because none other than the Iceman himself is going to be looking you
Something
right
for
dead
your
in
ride.
your eyes after this very important
This is
message.
something for your ride, for your ride. Aye. Yeah. Something for your ride.
If you watch my last couple of gear review videos, you know that some of the things that really multiply the value of a piece of gear for me are versatility, ease of use, and simplification. It's already a versatile piece of gear, but you can use it in so many different ways. One of my favorite things to do, I like to attach it to a monopod, extend it as far as it'll go, and from there raise it up as far as I can get it and keep it stable. And it gives you what I call the fake drone shot. The overview, the top down, all of this stuff happens all at once. And when you're up in that high angle shot, you can initiate active track. The camera will follow you around, giving you a cool shot that you wouldn't normally be able to achieve on your own.
Top back, rim shot and gripping on that wood wheel. Got a couple dollars, but I'm posted in my hood still. Diamonds glow around my neck, proof of all my hard work. Didn't have a dollar, now I'm up. Look how God worked. The dollar signs I know well. Familiar with that dro smell. Doritos for my rotel. Got hoes inside the hotel. 454 my motor. Double cup my soda. Zilla man, you dig. Ain't another nigga cold.
Something for your ride.
Hey, Don, welcome aboard. I can guarantee
So the reason I got the Osmo Pocket 3 was because of its small profile. But when I was researching and looking at what other people were doing with their setups, I was disgusted. To me, they were defeating the purpose of having the Osmo Pocket 3 altogether. I feel like they were trying to make the Osmo Pocket 3 something that it wasn't. But to each their own, you know, who are me to judge? If I could, I would use the Pocket 3 with no accessories whatsoever. But there are some accessories here and there that I would recommend and that I actually use myself. And I may be a little hypocritical here. So the first recommendation I'd make is a wireless microphone. I personally use the Lark M2. I've used the DJI Mic Mini. The Mic 2 actually came with the Creator Combo, and I've used the Lark M2S. All of them are great, but for me, what worked best for me turned out to be the M2, so that's what I stuck with. I still have a Mic 2, but you know, Lark M2's great for me. Second accessory, the mini tripod. The mini tripod is great. Doesn't add a whole bunch of size or weight to the Osmo Pocket 3. Something I can carry around if I need to sit it down somewhere, I can, no problem, no issue. I went and got a cage and a magnet. I didn't plan to, I didn't think I would need one, but when I was scrolling through Amazon like I do, I'm a serial returner to Amazon. So I was like, whatever, I'll buy it, and if I don't like it, I'll just send it back. It's so easy. So I got it, I used it, and I never took it off. It's versatile because there's a magnet on the back of it, so I can just stick it to something metal and it'll just hang out there. Also, there's an action camera attachment to it if I have that if I need to attach that to an action camera bracket for whatever reason. And the magnet, I can actually stick my DJI Mic Mini on the back of that. So if I want to use it, boom, it's always there. In this case, I got this really cheap case. It works great, and it's not as clunky as the case that came with it. I just flip it over face, click it in, and I can slide it right in my pocket. It fits the profile of the Osmo Pocket 3 pretty much perfect, so I don't have to, it doesn't add anything new to it. Now I do have to carry it around in my pocket, but like I said, it's not as clunky as the case that came with the Creator Combo. I would recommend for anybody to get a pack of ND filters, a couple of different stops for outdoor shooting. If you want to shoot in 24 frames per second, you're probably gonna need a couple of good ND filters. I got a 4-pack that works pretty well. The thing about those though, they're really thin and they attach magnetically to the lens. So you may forget that they're on there. So you have a full day of filming outside and you try to film something inside and you're trying to figure out why you gotta crank the ISO up so high and your image is getting grainy. It's like, what the hell? And then you finally remember, or don't remember, because I've not remembered before, that you know you have the ND filter on and it's a lot darker. But upsides, downsides, you gotta remember to take them off. So here's where I may be a little hypocritical. I got a suction cup mount for my truck. So certain shots on certain things that I like to do, B-roll shots mainly, but I feel like, you know, I can do that. I can make it with that, you know. It gives me an interesting shot, and interesting shots make stuff that ain't so interesting a little bit more interesting. So right now I'm talking, but I'll probably put some interesting B-roll over what I'm saying just to get past the monotony. So like I said, I would recommend this thing 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times to anybody who could, 1, afford it, and 2, it made sense. For me, it makes sense for all the behind the scenes stuff I want to do. Family shooting, personal videos, documentation, all of that good stuff. It's nice to have something where you can stick it in your pocket when you're ready for a good shot, boom, whip it out, flip the screen, and it just goes. You know, you don't have to carry your gimbal around. You don't have to carry your big old camera around. You know, you not a big tripod if you got the mini tripod with you. I would say it's one of the coolest devices I own. You know, every now and then I get a device where I feel like the money I spent is worth it times 5, times 10. And this is one of those things. Even with the tariff price, like I probably wouldn't buy it if I didn't already have it, just because it's a lot of money. If I did buy it for $1,000, it would definitely be worth it. I can't believe I just said that. $1,000 is crazy. But I would recommend this to anybody who could afford it and if it made sense for you. Like, I don't think I'm gonna use this for filmmaking, but if somebody did, you know, they make films on iPhones now. This is leaps and bounds above an iPhone. If I wanted to use this in some cinematic form, I don't doubt that I could, especially since it's already stabilized. In full auto is great. I don't have to, you know, you could shoot D-Log. You could shoot in a flat profile, but you don't have to. In full auto, this thing is amazing. That's what I use it for. I use it to be quick. It being so quick and so capable is a great combination. You probably couldn't show up to a video shoot with this thing and be taken seriously. They would probably tell you to go home, we'll pay somebody else. But if they knew anything, like it's very capable of doing a lot more than what it looks like. But yeah, I don't know. I just ramble at the end of these videos, and that's what I'm doing now. But I will put the links to everything Dalen Johnson down below. But like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good YouTube stuff. Until the next time, peace.